So suppose that you have this project and you want to get the final APK that you can then upload to your Google Play developer account so that it gets published and then people can download your app. The first step is that you need to build a release version of this project. So first of all, I'm gonna type this command that is going to create a release version of this project. So first of all, I'm gonna go to the desktop, and then I'm gonna get to this project. It's called project, so I'm gonna change directory to this project, and then I'm gonna type this command Ionic Cordova build, and then double hyphen, and then release, and then Android, and then I'm gonna hit enter. And as you can see, it's creating now the release version. And it's gonna take some time, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And once it gives you this message, build successful, then you are good to go. But this is not all. Remember that this release APK is not signed, which means that we need to sign it. But before we sign it, I'm gonna show you where exactly this release has been created. So I'm gonna open the project, and then I'm gonna get to platforms, and then Android, and then app, and then build, and then outputs, and then APK, and finally release this folder. You are going to see this file called apk-release-unsigned. So this is the APK, but it's not signed. We need now to sign it. And to sign it, you need to use the key tool. And by the way, all of these commands are available inside the Ionic documentation. They are available in ionicframework.com. So I'm going to copy this line of code, and I'm going to just paste it inside our command line. And I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to ask you for a password. And this password is very, very important because any change you are going to create later, it's going to ask you for this password. So you need to keep this password in a safe place and always remember it. So I'm going to type my password. And as you can see, it tells you to re-enter your the password, and then it's gonna ask you for what's your first and last name. It doesn't matter, just add any name you want, most, and then I'm gonna hit enter. And what's the name of your organization unit? Again, it doesn't matter, anything you want. And I'm gonna again hit enter, and it's also going to ask you what's the name of your organization, anything, and a couple of questions. And finally, it's gonna ask you if this information is correct. I'm gonna say yes and hit enter. And again, it's gonna ask you for a password, the same password that we typed, and we are good to go. As you can see, we are good to go. But again, that is not it. So I'm going to copy this command, and I'm going to paste it inside our terminal, but we need to fix it. As I told you, you need to add the complete directory. So instead of here, instead of hello world and then release unsigned APK, we need to type the complete directory. I'm going to type it, which is this one. So I'm going to get to this APK, and then right click, and also click options if you are in Mac. And I'm gonna copy the path name here by using the option button and right click. I'm gonna copy it, and here I'm gonna paste it. As you can see before this, I am going to paste it, and we need to remove this extra line, the extra text. So as you can see, the complete directory, I also need to remove this because we are already inside the project. So I'm going to get to this project, delete also the desktop. We don't need this. So all I did is that I just added the complete directory, platforms, Android app, build, and then outputs, APK release, and the name of the release, APK app, and then hyphen release hyphen unsigned dot APK, and then alias underscore name, which is the one that we used previously. And then I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, it's going to ask you for the password. So I'm going to type the password. And it was successfully created. As you can see here, if I open our project, you are going to see the key store created here, my release, my hyphen release hyphen key dot key store. So now our key store was created, and I'm going to paste it here. And of course, we need to change this. Instead of hello world, you can name it anything you want. Maybe your app is called awesome. So I'm going to awesome and then .apk. And also don't forget to add the complete directory to your unsigned .apk unsigned version. So I'm going to again paste. I'm going to again copy the complete directory. I'm going to get to the app and then APK, and this one I'm gonna right click and options, and I'm gonna paste it here. And remove this extra directory. And as you can see, it says here verification successful. If you get an error, you are probably have a problem with the command. It's probably because you did not add the complete directory. So make sure that you add the complete directory, and also make sure that there is a space between each keyword here. For example, zip a line, and then you need to respect here this space, and then hyphen v, and then hyphen 4, and make sure that you have these spaces. And if I get to the main directory, I should see this APK, which is awesome.apk. This APK you can upload to your Google Play Store, and people will be able to download your app. And as you can see here in the documentation, it says submitting an app to the Google Play Store. It's very straightforward. All you are going to do is just upload this file, and Google will just approve or reject your app. Of course, Google will approve your app if it does not violate their terms and conditions. And of course, the Google Play Store account only costs $25. And that's it. Thanks for watching.